Hello everyone, today I'll be doing a solo Grandmaster run with Cloudstrike with Warlock. For my subclass, I'll be using the Stormcaller Chaos Reach middle tree. For my kinetic, I'll be using the Night Watch Scout Rifle. Next, I'll be using the famous Cloudstrike. For my heavy, I'll be using Swarm of the Raven with Boss Spec. For my helmet, I'll be using Sniper Rifle Ammo Finder, Grenade Launcher Ammo Finder with Taken Charge. For the gauntlets, I'll be using Unstoppable Grenade Launcher, 5 Recovery, Anti-Barrier Scout Rifle. Chest armor, I'll be using the Sniper Rifle, Sniper Damage Resistance, Arc Damage Resistance, High Energy Fire, and 10 Resistance. For the legs, I'll be using the Geomax Stabilizers with 10 Recovery, Sniper Rifle Scavenger, Grenade Launcher Scavenger with Charge Up. Lastly, I'll be using Breach and Clear with the Shield Break Charge. And now the fun begins, using a weapon that no one would really ever use for this season. It is called the Cloudstrike, and I had an idea of using Cloudstrike through this GM. Now, there were a bit of mess ups, and anti-barrier champions was not cooperating throughout this entire video, so I'll be doing mini time skips, and of course I'll be telling you which time skips I would do because I ran out of ammo a lot of times, and if you do drink a lot, which I don't drink, then you might as well take a shot at every time I have 000 ammo. Or I just ran out of ammo and it's zero. As you can see here, I decided to go for the Warlock Chaos Reach with the Cloudstrike and of course the Grenade Launcher and the Scout Rifle. Now I am using the power of Cloudstrike to hit precision headshots so I can make the lightning effect, basically like the Thunderlord machine gun, etc., to clear them down. And of course I was on top of this cliff, so I could just take my time and snipe on the critical headshots or the back of their backpacks. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. And as you guys know, and I will say it again, usually you see blueberries doing all your dirty work and you don't really have to clear down the ads, but because Bungie was a little bit picky about it, now you have to take your time to clear out all the ads, everything by the way, even the one we're going towards right now, and it's gonna take a little bit longer. So yeah, that's the bad thing about for this season. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Now as you can see, there is an arc Cabal up ahead. You can use the power of the Cloudstrike and a couple of Scion snipers, which is around 4, I lost count to be honest. And you can just use your sniper to do headshots, and you can just kill 2 or 3 depending how close they are. And now there are a couple of Cabals which they are very annoying. You can run away from them, but I decided to go for the Chaos Reach, so I went and used my super, clear all of them down because I actually do need to kill them so I can get a couple of special ammo, and hopefully I'll get some in this video. And unfortunately I wasted, I would say 30 seconds of my life there. Oh wait, no, I did not waste 30 seconds of my life on this GM. I actually got some ammo, and for some reason my sparrow, I was trying to do a somersault and I kind of failed, so please do not comment about that because that is very embarrassing. I'm just joking, you can comment about it, it doesn't really matter to be honest. Alright, now this room, the deadly room which people will despise or would just take longer. Now you're probably wondering what's with the lighting. Honestly, this is super RNG. And it always happens on PS5 for some reason. Now, there's going to be a couple of champions. I always go for the barrier champion on the bottom. But first things first, we have to destroy this solar Cabal over here. and 2 anti-barriers will help you, and you can just wait for the barrier champion to break the solar shield. That way you don't have to waste so much ammo. And then you can use your sniper to take him down. Now you can see that sometimes these anti-barrier champions doesn't like to cooperate with you. It just gets distracted with the unstoppable champion. Little things like this can happen, and I was hoping that these anti-barrier champions can just cooperate with me and shoot down the solar shield of the Cabal, but it wasn't working out, so plan B, as usual. So if the anti-barriers are lazy and they go, I don't really feel like it, and yes, that's a SpongeBob reference, then just go for the anti-barrier at the bottom, and then you can deal with the solar Cabal later. So, as you can see here, we're going to clear them down. We're going to use the power of Cloudstrike, and boy, it does a decent amount of damage. And just wait till the boss fight. Yeah, that's going to be really fun. I mean, fun for you, but not fun for me. Once I stagger the anti-barrier champion, you can use your sniper, grenade launcher, Anarchy, Witherhoard. Seriously, I do recommend to use Anarchy or Witherhoard in this video. I mean, for Inverted Spire, to be honest. And next, there will be more champions. Yes, more champions to deal with. And I was hoping the barrier champions will take down the solar Cabal, but it didn't. I didn't want to waste ammo because I was already at 0 Cloudstrike ammo. And it was a bit annoying that I have to deal with this situation, because usually this doesn't really happen. Usually the anti-barriers cooperate and they take down the shield, and of course you take down the shield with your scout to take down the solar Cabal. But no, not in this video, not today. Bungie says, no, Blitz, not Blitz. We're gonna show what really happens in reality. You know, not everything's perfect. So because these anti-barriers were too distracted with the unstoppable champion, I had to take him down, and it was just a bit sad. I honestly was already running out of ammo, running out of scout rifle, only have 14, only have 11 heavy. Like, things were not going as I wanted to be. Now finally, the anti-barriers decided to cooperate with me and take down the shield, the solar shield, with this, of course, the Cabal. Now you're probably wondering, why don't you use your super? I wanted to wait to deal with the second barrier champion with Chaos Reach, but because Bungie was feeling pity for me, I all of a sudden got my ammo back, which I was really happy, and now I can finally do some damage with the sniper. And you can see here that this little mini boss loves to dodge, so even when using a sniper, you must be aware that he can go left and right, like PvP mode and trials-ish. Finally, we took down the solar Cabal, which is very annoying. Now there's gonna be 2 anti-barrier champions in this room, and I'm not counting the unstoppable and anti-barrier at the bottom floor. I'm gonna be focusing on these 2 champions right ahead. You can also use your sniper, but be aware that the critical headshots is in the middle, the chest of the anti-barrier, and let me just tell you that it is super annoying to use a sniper for these type of barrier champions, because if they are in an awkward position, you have to shoot them from the left middle or bottom middle. It's very, very awkward. And they've been like this ever since the barrier or old champions were introduced. And let's not forget the aim assist. You will see a lot of aim assist, especially on console, when dealing with these champions or trying to take down mini bosses. Now, I decided to use Chaos Reach to take down this barrier champion, and that's another reason why I saved it. We took down a couple of champions, and now you can just do headshots or critical hit shots on the stomach. Now, depending how many ads you kill, you'll have these minotaurs spawning, about 3. Always take them down because they like to shoot far away from where I'm standing right now, and you must be cautious of where they are shooting. And so far so good, everything is going smooth as possible. Of course it is a little slow to be honest, but hey, we're getting it done right. And there are 2 heavy bricks which I really want to pick up. And you must be super careful of these goblins because they can melt you if you're being very reckless. So I was just trying to see if I can hit them in the stomach, but these goblins like, nah, I'm gonna huddle, hide my stomach so I won't, you know, do more damage with the sniper. And of course they would always run away from me. As usual, nothing too special about that. Now we're going to be dealing with more of the champions. So there is 1 unstoppable and 1 barrier champion. And I do apologize that this run is slow. I mean, the solar Cabal was not cooperating with me. The anti-barriers did not want to shoot the solar shield. And I was trying to save some bit of primary ammo. And it's just so bizarre that every time I upload, every time I get a run done, it's always these weird little things happens. And it is what it is, you know. Runs are not perfect sometimes, even though you want it to be perfect. Now, I was running out of sniper, and I decided just to spam heavy because I saw so many bricks. You know, why not, you know? So now I'm just spamming the grenade launcher. Then I'm gonna go and pick up some ammo. So finally we got rid of the unstoppable champion. We can proceed to the next level, and guess what? We're gonna be dealing with more champions. So this is gonna be so much fun. So I'm just looking for some ammo right now. And like I said, I will do many time skip of looking for ammo, especially during near the end, especially at the before boss fight. Now there is this dangerous barrier champion, and you must be cautious because he likes to shoot missiles and use the machine gun. Now there are times where you can actually push the barrier champion with Cloudstrike. I have done it twice, and I was trying to see if I can do it again, but it didn't work out. So yeah, Cloudstrike has the power to push down barrier champions and mini bosses. And it works sometimes if they are near the edge. Now, there are a couple of Scion snipers, and now we're going to just proceed to the next mini section up ahead, which unfortunately we're going to be dealing with more champions, so around 3. And wow, this is going to be so much fun, isn't it? First things first, I take down these red Cabals up here. There are around 3 of them, and Cloudstrike is doing wonders. Now I'm gonna go down here and deal with more champions as usual. So first things first, I scout and I try to get the closest barrier champion that is mostly right side. Now be very careful because 2 champions can team up on you and you don't want that to happen. So I quickly take down the first barrier champion as fast as I can. Because sometimes when you're trying to take your time taking down one barrier champion, then the second one just walks randomly to the right side, says hi to you, and then tries to snipe you. and it can two-shot you. That is why using sniper resistance, so I won't get one shot, but still you have to be super careful and just take down one of the barrier champions super quickly so you don't have to deal with both of them shooting you at the same time. And it's really hard to dodge two snipers, and it's not fun, especially for a GM. Finally, I took down the second barrier champion, and now I'll be taking down the unstoppable champion up ahead. Now I'll be shooting the backpack, and wow, Cloudstrike is being my best friend. Does massive damage. Really happy about that. So now I'm gonna use my finisher, and I'm gonna be waiting for my super. So I decided to scout for ammo and wait for my super and do a mini time skip. Alright guys, so I finally waited for my super. I really needed to get some water since my head was killing me a lot. And now you can just spare your way to the next section, which is gonna be a barrier champion up ahead, 2 snipers, a couple of Cabals in the middle, which are gonna be using my Chaos Reach to clear them down. That way they won't give any trouble of throwing grenades towards me. There's gonna be 2 Scions. They can snipe me from far away, even at this distance of where I'm standing, which is why it's best to take them down. Now, as you can see, I'm gonna use Chaos Reach just to clear down as much of these Cabals and Phoenix as much as I can. And once I do, I'm going to see if I can take down this Arc mini-boss. Now, these Arc mini-boss are going to be your best friend, or they're going to frustrate you so much because sometimes they just don't cooperate with you. And let me just tell you, if trying to snipe from this distance, sometimes he doesn't stand here. Sometimes he'll just stay in the building and not come out. As you can see here, I finally was able to manipulate this mini boss and make him just hide and then peek around this specific area. Now, like I said, sometimes this method doesn't work. If it doesn't work, then just go take down the Arc mini boss from the right side. But also be careful because we haven't taken down the anti-barrier champion. So always remember that you did not take down the barrier champion. You don't want to walk in front of the hill and the champion is going to two-shot you. So be aware if trying to go with this method, or if you want to kill the barrier champion first and then this mini boss, then you can. For me, I decided to take down this mini Arc mini boss, but be aware of these guys over here, which they can throw grenades, and you must be super careful. Now, unfortunately, this will take me a while because 1, I didn't want to waste my heavy, 2, I was low on Arc, so sniper. So basically we'll be playing a bit of PvP in Trials, which we're going to be dodging and shooting at the mini boss. But first things first, you must take down the red ads that are guarding their life towards this Blood Guard Cabal boss. And yes, I'm not even joking, that's the title, that's its name, Blood Guard. So, not even over exaggerating, I am very serious about this, so just be super careful with this guy because he is not fun to deal with. Now, another option you could do is you can use your super, but I decided to go for the super to clear down the ads in the middle. Plus, I was low on sniper. As you saw, they only had 8. I just decided to just use my super, and that's another reason why I waited for my super. I mean, why not? I mean, the GM is not really a speed run. It's basically just a platinum completion. So you can actually take as much time as you can. There's really no limit. And plus, we're already at 100k. So basically, it's a win-win. Now you can see here that this mini boss just loves to play hide and seek, so be super careful, especially when dealing with this mini boss. And Jesus Christ, another thing I'd like to mention is if you don't take down the shield, even though it's half, right, then its arc shield's gonna recover very fast, and it's not gonna be fun because you can see here that I am running out of ammo, and I was debating to use my super or not, and I don't think I did in this video. I'm trying to remember because this took me a few attempts to complete this GM with Cloudstrike because the final boss was just not cooperating with me. Let me just be really honest about that. And finally Bungie was feeling pity for me. Like usually I don't really get ammo that fast, but in this video I was so happy that Bungie felt pity for me and I can finally get a bit of Cloudstrike, since basically this video is about Cloudstrike, and take him down. So we took down the mini boss. And don't forget guys, we have an anti-barrier champion, so always walk far away back to this mini spot, because let me just tell you, be aware if you haven't killed the champion, just go back here but the outer of the hill, because this barrier champion can shoot far away and it can two-shot you. So you can see right now I am going to do 3 position shots to get the thunder effect. And of course, I got bungeed. Guys. I don't know what to do, man. Honestly, I just wanted to put my controller down and just tweet my frustration. Cloudstrike, why are you doing this to me? It's like the barrier boss is like, okay, Blitz, come on now, try the Cloudstrike. Oh, you miss. I'm going to fall over here and then teleport, glitch on the top. That should make you very frustrating. And it did make me frustrating. I wasted 5-8 ammo of Cloudstrike in my life, and I wasted a couple of primary ammo as well. So be aware that sometimes Cloudstrike can push the anti-barrier off the edge. And you know what's funny? I've done this attempt so many times and I never had this barrier champion get pushed off the edge. For some reason in this video, it just decided to get bored, wanted me to get angry, as you can hear the tone of my voice, and decided to just go to the bottom of the edge so I can do DPS all over again. So yeah, as you can see here, nothing is perfect. Okay, GMs, anything can go wrong. I can even break my ankle right now. I can jump here and then boom, I die. I'm not even over exaggerating. I am very serious. I have a video where I just break my ankle by just jumping, floating with the Warlock, by the way. With a Warlock, which Warlock has the safest jumps. Especially for you Warlock mates, you guys know what I'm talking about. We were just jumping and then you just break your ankle. So anyway, make sure you cleared out all the Cabals. All of them. Do not leave anyone behind, because anytime they're going to run and shoot arc at you and it's not going to be fun. So first things first, I must take down this mini Cabal. As you can see here, likes to shoot void, but if you do dodge from left and right and not just stand, so just pretend this is PvP. And when shooting him, just move left and right, because basically this mini boss is going to do the same thing, so why not copy him? Now I don't have any solar weapons, so I have to use my scout rifle or my sniper if I have no primary ammo to take him down. As you can see, one shot did put me on red health, so this mini red harmless-ish, quote-unquote, can two-shot you if you're not being very careful. So finally I took down the solar shield, and we're going to snipe him since my scout rifle is not doing enough damage and it's going a bit slow. Now before I go to my death, where there is an unstoppable champion up ahead, We're using Cloudstrike. I decided to clear down and snipe the ads, all of them, and then deal with the unstoppable champion. Now I am just double checking because sometimes I miss that phalanx, the Cabal shield. You know, it's just minding his own business. You go there and then you get destroyed. So make sure you clear down all the ads. Or if you're using Anarchy or Witherhoard, then be super careful because you can use Witherhoard from far away. I think I tried it once or twice, so just be super aware and shoot down these barrels. I extremely hate these barrels, so make sure you take them down. And now we're going to go deal with the unstoppable champion. So yeah, this is gonna be really fun. So first things first, take him down, and you saw here I missed 2 shots. I'm gonna keep using my super until he does that melee attack. If you see this attack, that attack can one-shot you, so you must be very careful. Now, because I was a bit frustrated, I'm going to push these barrels. And sometimes you can hit the couple of ads or make the anti-barrier to walk to the middle. Now, first things first, there is an anti-barrier on this Cabal drill zone. Make sure you take down this barrier champion because this barrier champion is very aggressive and you must take him down. Use Anarchy, use Witherhoard, use everything in your power to take him down. So now I'm just trying to use Cloudstrike, trying to stagger him, and my Cloudstrike was pushing him in the wrong angle, so sometimes it can happen. So make sure you take him down, and now I am just taking my time, trying to show off the Cloudstrike. And of course reloading Cloudstrike as well. And you can see I'm missing a bit shots, which you will see a lot of it in this video. And unfortunately I ran out of Cloudstrike, so yeah, it's gonna take me a while. And I really don't want to use my grenade launcher. I want to save it, or maybe I can accidentally shoot myself from that specific angle, which we don't want that to happen, especially at this run. So there are a bit of these, I forgot their names, but I like to call them the slicers. So there are these 2 guys which I like to push them off the edge, which I almost did. Or you can just use your grenade launcher to destroy it. And let me tell you, they love to play hide and seek. So if you stand right here, they'll back away, they'll hide. And if you go back in the ground, then they'll push, see you, try to kill you. But you can go on top, back at this platform again, and take him down. Now, I did miss my nade, unfortunate. And I was just trying to see if I can shoot them from far away. But it didn't work out. So, decided once again, just bait them. And then do it again, just go on the ground. Again, blitz. Alright, come on, don't be shy, just go on the ground and just bait the slicer. Okay, thank you. You see, even I was just too shy to do that. So yeah, this is just another safe way you can deal with these guys, but for some reason this specific guy was just not running towards me, and he was just standing. So sometimes they just stand there like they just don't feel like walking towards you, and it can be super annoying. Now, first things first, I shoot down the barrels, all of them. as much as I can. And now this is probably the most frustrating part, especially if you're not equipped with the blind grenades, then this is gonna be a problem. And if you are not Night Stalker Hunter, then this is gonna be a little bit of problem. Now first things first, I'm gonna activate the switch. There'll be Unstoppable Champion appearing. Now you can ignore the Unstoppable Champion. There is unfortunately a bug with, well, it's a good bug to be honest. You don't need to kill the Unstoppable Champion. You'll still get Platinum, so you don't need to kill it, which is very good because honestly, at this phase, this is the part where you want to stay away because there are a lot of ads and Unstoppable Champion that can shoot you from this angle, and you can get grenades at this specific area where I am. I am waiting until 100% so I can get the hell out of there. There is also a second method you can do, which I thought maybe that would be safer for me because it's just super RNG of where the ads are going to be standing. And if you mess up your jump for Warlock, let's just say, then it's gonna be a wipe. Now, what you can do here is you can wait. You can just run, but like I said, I have no blind grenades, so I can't spam grenades and then just run to the portal. So I'm going to wait until I hear dogs. So the Unstoppable Champion will despawn, which is good. And all the Cabals will despawn. Then it'll be just dogs. So just keep waiting and waiting until you hear a noise. So I heard noises, my screen was shaking, and it is the perfect time to run. You can also bait these dogs to run towards from the right side. That way you can go the left side and have no problems or worry of these dogs trying to one-shot you. So you can see here I'm trying to bait them. Perfect. Then I'm going to run from the left side and get the hell out of there because honestly I don't want to deal with these dogs. Nobody wants to deal with these dogs. They can one-shot you, it's not fun. And now we can actually do some damage. There is one Unstoppable Champion. And these Void Cabals, which their backpacks can explode. So always take them down from far distance, well, medium distance, etc. And just be super careful because there is an Unstoppable Champion, and honestly, I would be super careful over here because one, you don't have your super, two, I had to use my super for the drill because I had to control the ads. I had no blind grenades to blind them, so it's a very frustrating room without blinding them and no invisibility. So decided to stagger the Unstoppable Champion and then go back here. So I back away so that way the Unstoppable Champion can just stand there, not run towards me to my death, because sometimes the Unstoppable Champion, right, if you're just standing there shooting it and you're not doing enough DPS damage to take him down quickly, he is going to walk towards you where I'm standing right here, and then he can one-shot you, especially that weird animation with the fire where he pushes you off and of course you get fire. Well, burned. Now I decided here to just have my super just in case if something goes wrong, and I decided to stagger him and see if I can snipe him with Cloudstrike. And I didn't want him to walk towards me way too close, so I wanted him to back away and then I could do DPS. So finally I destroyed the Unstoppable Champion and I can deal with the snipers. Now there are 3 snipers. There is a box where a mini box barrel which you can shoot and take them down as well. Well, do some damage because in GM I don't think it does kill them one shot, but you can do some damage, so that's a good thing, right? Because we do need to use our ammo as much as we can towards these champions and these ads. Now over here I was trying to see if I can push this Void Cabal, and it was not working out. You can push down the Void Cabal with the Cloudstrike, but like I said, it wasn't working out, unfortunately, so I had to go for plan B, and plan B is very boring because I had to waste so much ammo to deal with this mini boss, and of course use my super if I remember. So now again, I was trying to see if I can push this Void mini boss because he has so much health. He's a gold bar, and it just makes life easier when you push him up. I was trying to push him, he almost fell down, and look at that. I cannot believe it. He literally almost fell down, and Bungie was like, nah, Blitz, try again. So then I tried again. I said, okay, strike 2. Let's see if I can push him again. So I tried again, trying to see if I could push him. And he did it again. He did it again. Unfortunate. So yeah, there you go, guys. I made everyone waste 2 minutes over there, and this is the frustration that I had to go through, especially for GM. So now I ran out of Cloudstrike, and I had to see if I can take down these Void Cabals, because my heavy was low. And I wanted to save my super for the barrier champion, but I don't think that's gonna happen in this video. And if you have explosive payload, you can do some damage on the red health, which is a good thing. You can see here, might as well use my primary weapon and take him down. Now there is one more red shielded Cabal, which I will be very careful. And I was trying my best to save my heavy because I really need it so I can take down this unstoppable champion. So unfortunately, this is when things get bad. And oh boy, this was really frustrating. So what happened here is I ran out of unstoppable ammo, and I messed up my super, unfortunate. So I had to just use primary weapons to take down the unstoppable champion. Now I'm trying to remember what happened there. I think what happened was I was getting a pulse headache on the back of my head, and then it was hurting me. So yeah, always be careful. And that's another reason why I wanted to push off that mini Void Cabal, because he just likes to shoot from far away. Even where I'm standing, right? It just loves to shoot fire. And it's really hard to take cover because the unstoppable champion gets aggressive and then just runs towards you, and then you go on top of this platform here, but then the Void Cabal starts shooting fire at you, so it's very complicated. It's not easy as it looks. As you can see here, my health's on red. I only have primary weapons, so I mean, seriously, what am I supposed to do in this situation? I don't have any heavy, I don't have any sniper, I only have 29 ammo primary scout rifle, so basically there's really nothing much I can do except just spam the primary weapon and have 000 ammo, you know, waste a lot of time of my life here. And hopefully Bungie will give me some ammo. So you can see I'm just trying to waste ammo, and hopefully I'll get some heavy, some sniper. And guess what? Bungie didn't give me heavy, so I'm gonna do a mini time skip for this part. Now I'm trying to see if I can use my finisher, but I want him to walk towards me a little bit. And finally I got some heavy, some sniper. This area was taking way too long, to be honest, so I was getting a little irritated, and I do have to take him down, so I decided to just use my super. You know, why not? Might as well, because it was just taking way too long, to be honest. So now what I need to do is leave ammo just in case I need it, and I'm not gonna be dealing with barrier champions, so this is gonna be fun. So there's gonna be the last 3 champions. So there's 1 Cabal champion and 2 Vex champion, which I despise. Everyone hates them, I hate them. And it's probably the most frustrating part, especially with this loadout. It can be a bit annoying, especially with the DPS. So I always take down the snipers if I see them. Next, I take down the barrier champion. And this may take a while, so you can see here that I'm just trying to clear down these ads. They were in my way. My screen was shaking because of the drill, so I was trying to see if I could snipe it. And probably the most annoying part is dealing with this barrier champion. So I'm trying to find a good angle to do DPS. And at the same time, I want the barrier champion to be staggered when the drill is not in my way. So this was pretty frustrating for me. And I want to make sure I take him down. So you can see here, I'm just trying to do as much DPS as I can. And the drill can mess up your DPS. As you can see here, I was lucky that I still stagger him even though I was blocked by the drill. So here I decided to just use my heavy, because honestly I do not want to start all over of the DPS with this barrier champion again. So finally I did some damage. And I'm back to 0 snipers again. This is so fun. Exciting, isn't it? Oh boy. Yeah, this is gonna be a long drill clear out. So always shoot the boxes, but be careful because they can push down your heavy bricks, which you saw there. Now this is probably the most frustrating part, which I find it very frustrating, but if you're using like strong weapons like Anarchy or Witherhoard, then this is probably going to be a big joke. But with this loadout, it's gonna take a while. So first things first, I had to take down the dogs. I cannot snipe them, I cannot do really good amount of damage because they block my way. And let's not forget guys, aim assist on console, so that can be very frustrating. Yes, the dogs do help DPS, but they can block your way when you're trying to stagger the barrier champion. Now, one thing I hate about these barrier champions is they like to move from the left side. As you can see here, they move from the left side where I can't really see them, especially a drill can block my way. As you can see, yes I said again, the drill can block your way when trying to do DPS on the barrier champions, and that's the one thing I really despise and really hate when dealing with this barrier champions. So now I'm just trying to use my heavy, but the drill blocked my way. And I'm trying to destroy them as soon as possible, and you can see that sniping them is so awkward with the stomach. And it's super annoying because the drill, the closer it gets, the shaky my screen is. So I don't know about you guys, but sniping with a shake screen is very frustrating. And you can see, you're probably wondering what I'm doing right now. So I ran out of primary weapons and there was really not much I can do, so I had to wait for my ammo. So yeah, you might as well take a shot for this, because this is not fair. This is so unfair. And now I am just waiting, and I don't want to waste my heavy because I need my heavy for the boss fight, especially during the Pacific phase where I can get destroyed if I don't take down or DPS the boss right away. So I'm waiting for the drill to pass, and finally I can stagger the barrier champion. Now what you can do here is you can use your super if you want to, if you just want to kill this barrier champion quickly. Here I think I did use my super. I got impatient. I didn't want to use my super because I wanted to use it for the boss fight. And if I do use my super for this annoying barrier champion, then that means I need to wait for my super for the boss fight, and I waste time. A lot of time. But sometimes, if you need to use your super, then just use it. It's not worth it. You know, especially when using a loadout like Cloudstrike with this specific loadout, I would just say use it. Use the super. Now you can see here, I only can use primary weapons. I can't use my heavy. I need my heavy for the boss fight. It's a must, a big must requirement. Because if I don't have any sniper, especially the heavy, there is a reason why I put boss spec. Then things are not gonna go my way. So finally I killed the barrier champion, and now I'm gonna be scouting for ammo. So I'm gonna do a mini time skip. I'm gonna go back all the way from the beginning where I did left some heavy bricks, some sniper bricks. So I'm gonna go right now, as you can see here. Alright, so I did try my best to look for ammo, and unfortunately I couldn't find a lot of sniper, a lot of heavy, especially for the heavy, because a heavy is a big must, especially for a Pacific phase. So now we're going to be at the boss room, and first things first, I'm going to shoot down a couple of harpies, and of course wait for my charge of light. So I'm going to be shooting a couple of harpies and leave one out. And I'm going to do a mini time skip because I'm going to be waiting for my nade. Alright, so I waited for my nade, and of course I'm going to be waiting for my melee because I want to save my charge of light. I'm going to melee the harpy, and we're going to start the boss fight. So first things first, I melee the harpy, use my primary weapon, and I'm going to be using my super chaos reach. First things first, as you can see, I'm going to use grenade launcher to get the breach and clear debuff, and use chaos reach. I'm going to be using chaos reach until he teleports, and now I'm going to be dealing with the second phase. So now the second phase is the part where things can go your way, or things are gonna kick you in the butt. So for this method I decided to spam Cloudstrike and of course my grenade launcher. So my grenade launcher was very low, extremely low. It was not looking good for me, so I had to be super careful and try my best to use Cloudstrike. So you can see I am spamming my grenade launcher, and of course throw a nade and I miss, and I am spamming grenade launcher, well, spamming Cloudstrike. So now we can actually go to the final phase, and I wanted to be super careful over here. I wanted to wait for my nade. I decided to just wait. So if you don't shoot them, they're just gonna stand there, and then you can just wait for your nade, and then you can use that to take down the ads. Now, I was just trying to hear their footsteps if they're actually going to move, and it looks like if you don't shoot them, they just stand there like statues. Then later on, when the boss starts to move, then they'll start moving a bit, which is unfortunate. So I was seeing if I can use Cloudstrike to shoot down the stomach, but it didn't work out. So always be careful, and that's another reason why I wanted to just save my nade, because little things like this can happen. You can see the goblin was being super aggressive and just have to be super careful for this part. So now I'm just using my emote, even though I'm crying. Yes, I am suffering. I wanted to take down all the goblins and then do some DPS with the boss. Now you're probably thinking, can you do the one phase? Yes, you can. Yes and no. You can, but it's a really tight DPS because you actually need to use your sniper and use your grenade launcher. And I decided not to go for that method because I tried it 5 times, 6 times. I lost count, to be honest. I had a headache. My head was killing me, so I decided not to do the one phase method. Unless I was using Anarchy or Witherhoard, you know, why not? I would most definitely do it right now in this video, but since we're using Cloudstrike and I was very exhausted, I just decided to go for the other method. Here, I decided to just wait for my super, well, wanted to run and get my super back. And like I said, there's going to be a couple of time skips in this video. So first things first, I'm going to shoot a couple of primary weapons in Cloudstrike so I can make this boss move. I'm not going to go for the one phase. I tried it 6 times, lost counted, and every time I try to take down this boss during the one phase method, he always gets this tiny health and he destroys me. So now you can actually use your super here if you want to. I think in this video I did use my super. You know, why not? You know, you have your super and I'm not going to be using it for the one phase method, so I would just use my super. And there are a couple of harpies which you can take down with the Cloudstrike. So always take down the harpies. And now there are 2 methods you can do for here. So right now you can wait for your super again, just in case if anything goes wrong. Of course, you need to shoot down the goblins that are pushing towards the ground floor, as you can see here. Or you could just do DPS right now with your sniper, or your primary weapon or your heavy, and make the boss walk across the map to the right side. So in this video, I decided to just wait for my super, just for, you know, why not? I mean, it's not really a speed run, you know. So I'm gonna do a mini time skip. I'm going to wait until I get my super. Alright, so I decided to have my super, as you can see here. And I'm going to do some DPS damage at the boss. So like I said, you can wait for your super if you are feeling super uncomfortable in this situation. For me, why not? I'm going to be showing the have the super just in case method, you know? So unless you're a hunter, of course, you don't really need to wait for your super, you know, you have the invisibility for the hunter. So now I'm going to be using my primary weapon to make this boss move. So I'm going to make him move to the right side. So he's going to be moving, he's going to shoot these arc charges, which I highly recommend to dodge for your life. Be super careful, it can 2-shot you or 1-shot you, and it can blind you. So be super careful. And now there's going to be mini waves of ads that will be spawning. And this is the perfect time to use your blind grenades, but I don't have blind grenades on my loadout, so you need to take down this gold goblin. Here I decided to use my super, you know, why not? You know, it just makes life easier. And just be aware, be careful that this boss can shoot arc. And you can see it blinded me. It took half of my health. Even though I was hugging the wall, you have to be super careful and be very, very cautious with this mini mini arc charges of death. So now I'm just trying to clear down a couple of ads because I don't want to move yet. You can move from the far left side, but there are still a couple of ads which I need to take down before I can move around freely and manipulate the boss, because right now I don't like where the boss is standing. I want him to be behind that mini wall from the left side. So you can manipulate the boss at this boss fight. You can manipulate this final boss by making him move from the mini pillar from the left side, as where you can see here where I'm standing, there's that pillar right there from the left side. You want him to move because right now this isn't a good area to camp or to stay. So first things first, just browsing, scouting, and I'm going to be moving. So I'm going to be moving on this area because it's a little bit safe now because I clear down as much goblins and harpies as I can. And I want him to move. So you can see I heard a noise, I slide, and I want to make sure I clear down all the ads. And like I said, you must be careful because these goblins are very, very dangerous. And I want to make sure clear down as much goblins as I can, and I want to make him move behind that mini pillar wall. So now I'm just waiting for the mini boss, well, the final boss, to shoot his arc so I can just move to the next pillar. And of course, make sure you take down all the goblins as much as you can. So he did the arc attack, the arc charge, now I can move. I was just trying to see if I can clear down a couple of ads. And yeah, this final boss is very annoying, so I'm just trying to make him stay in that, behind that pillar wall. That way he can just stay there and not shoot me. So now I'm just trying to see if I can manipulate him again. And at the same time I was trying to take down these goblins. So always be super careful. And I am just scouting, trying to see if he will stop moving and just be behind that pillar. So it wasn't working out too well, so I decided to just jump on this platform here to see if he'll stay in that Pacific area, which I really want him to go. And finally he was able to go to that left pillar. So now this is the part where you're very safe, so you can manipulate the boss, as you can see here, and he'll just stand here once you move to different platforms, as you saw there, and pillar wall. But sometimes, as you can see here, sometimes he can shoot the arc charges, but the arc attack, no, he cannot really hit you so much. So be careful of the arc charge. And now what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to be prepping and then using my super and my grenade launcher. So now I'm going to be using my grenade launcher and my super and taking down quickly as possible. And there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This loadout was very, very frustrating. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.